Hello, my amazing, lovely people. Once again, it is Annastacia Kiragu, and I mean, if you don't know what goes on around and into being a CEO, basically, well, this show is for you. And today we have a lovely guest, a lovely man, and you'll get to know him, basically. So you can just introduce yourself, tell us who you are, where you come from, who makes you a CEO, or what makes you a CEO.
My name is Carlton Oloo. I describe myself as a multimedia journalist, and I've had the privilege to be the chairperson of the Theatre of the Absurd for close to 2 years now since I started, and I completed my undergraduate at the University of Nairobi last year. So yeah, I can say it's 2 years now. Yeah.
First of all, congratulations. And now, for those 2 years, how has been your experience?
The experience has been, really nice. It has been a great time to learn, grow, and achieve big things. Yeah.
And now, we have a difference when it comes to, doing plays when basically doing in high school, and now this is for university. And now, what are those, changes, or you can say that you as a person and you directing and you being a CEO is different from, the high school one, and now you just moving on to the university?
Doing plays is a really dynamic activity. You find in high school, there is a certain type of way that people do things, do plays, and it's referred to as drama, but outside here it's referred to as theatre. There is also drama, but the one that I particularly feature in is theatre. And I've tried directing once or twice, but I major in producing because I'm more of a planner and a creator than the creative. Yeah, I don't know if I'm making sense. Yeah, so these two are really different because you find in high school, drama is more of, the plays are more of dramatized, but in theatre we try and make it as natural acting as possible because it's performed not for competition, but for entertainment and to relate with the audience more as opposed to the drama. Yeah.
And now, for you as a CEO, now, was there a time where Carlton was just a cast member, where Carlton now elevated to being a director, as you have said, and now to a CEO now? Is that a process one must go to become, to lead a theatrical, people, or a group of people? Is it just a step by step, or you can just go from, you just being a passion, you just move on to now setting your own thing and now starting it?
Yeah, it's a process. I started as an actor. Of course, the passion grew while I was still in high school. So yeah, there I loved drama, I loved plays, I loved solo verses and choral verses. But outside here, I started by going to auditions, and then I just found myself in the industry. We say the acting industry. So yeah, I started as an actor, then moved on to directing, but I now proceeded to directing high school drama because that was I see the best fit where I could start with. And then from there now I continued with the acting theatre, but I only acted like 1 or 2 plays. Then from there I was like, I want to see how creating these things and making theatre events, how is it? How does it feel? How can I be a producer? And it started from a down level until I started growing. I wouldn't say I am that of a CEO, but it's a growth process. Yeah, so it started there, and now where I am, I've produced like 3 plays so far, and I hope to produce more. Yeah, I've learned a lot, and I think having the opportunity to explore more, I'll do better. Yeah.
And now, when it comes to now leadership and you leading a group of people, is it the same cast every single, play, Ama you just change your cast members? How is it?
It depends with the show that I am doing, but with how I have done in the 2 years, I have acted with a different set of cast in all the 3 plays that I have produced. So, yeah, that's how it is.
And how do you manage to lead them, in a manner that they have, that team spirit, them learning, them getting to know the other cast, them getting to be comfortable around each other, because it's all about acting, being comfortable with who you're acting with. So how do you manage that? How do you manage to lead them?
It's quite a task bringing people together, because first we do auditions. So you bring people from diverse places and you bring them together. It's quite a task. So first you have to ensure you have a schedule where these people meet a number of times that they can be able to first bond together, bond with the script, and then be into the vision that you have. Yeah, it's quite a task because with my experience, I have tried things like team building to bring these people together, at least have fun together. I have tried engaging these people in games, outings together, so that aside the script, they may have that relationship to work together. So from there now, it's up to how many times are you guys meeting in a week or in a day or in a month to the event that you're doing. So I think with that, it has helped me build a relationship, I'd say even a community with the members that we have, because despite us having a different set of cast in all the plays that we have done, we try and build a community around it. So you find someone may be a cast in this, but in the other, they are in the production team, in crew, helping out in either cast managing or ushering or any other role that there is.
And now you've spoken about creating a community. How do you manage to bring in collaborators? How do you manage to bring in partners that when you're working with, you create a good environment, and also you can have now that variety of choosing. You can do this now. You have a variety of choosing where to do it, because you have partners, you have people coming in funding you. How do you manage to do that, and how has your experience been with different partners?
First, the experience has been really great, but it has not been easy. In my experience, I've not managed to get so many partners, but at least I'd say I've managed to convince a number of people and organizations to support us, not by funding, but by, let's say, marketing and bringing themselves to, let me say, credit the event to be at least I would say a respected event. Does not just look like a student activity, but something that's really making impact to the society. So in line with that, the word impact to the society, that is how we try to brand our productions and our plays, because we don't just want to do entertainment. As a club or a society under the university, we try to align ourselves with the university's vision and goals, and some of it is to do things like community development. And also, I, being a communicator and a journalist, I try to align the play with how can I use this play to communicate a certain thing to the society or to a certain group of people. We've done like 3, and one we did was advocacy against social injustice. We tried with the recent Gen Z protests that have been happening. The one we did last year was sort of advocacy to highlight human rights, advocate for accountability in the government and in public institutions. So yeah, you see how we try to align these things with current affairs. People come and support things that touch their souls and touch their hearts, you get? So that is one example. We've done another play called Botched. This was trying to sensitize the youth to be cognizant of their sexual and reproductive health. So we managed to get partners in line with that. So we got partners that support SRHR, people against abortion. Our play was on abortion and drugs, so we managed also to get partners who help curb drugs and that, and our target audience was the students. So you find there are a number of companies that support this, particularly among the young people. So aligning ourselves with such has helped us bring people to support us, even with the small funding and their marketing. Yeah, so it has enabled us achieve that far. Yeah.
Ah, nice. And now, what are those few challenges that you've passed through, or you're just going to maneuver it slowly by slowly? Now, you as a cast, the type that you are cast, and now you coming to leading people. What were those challenges that at start you were like, this is a lot, but through time now you've been able to achieve them, and maybe it's not like that much of a challenge? And now, what are those challenges that you feel like these are the pillars to to a lot of things that maybe that theatrical plays go through and are major problems right now?
One major challenge is funding.
Mm-hmm.
I just say it like that, is funding. In our country right now, the creative economy is not supported that much, in that artists are not valued as people who earn as much money as, let's say, an IT professional would.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we still have those standard rates that are still low. Even musicians are paid, I think, every month. So funding is one issue affecting our industry. You find there are not many organizations that say value funding a theater production. One, because most say they don't have money allocated for that. Another is because we find that most of these theater productions don't align themselves with what these partners are doing. So as much as I've tried to align my plays with things that are of impact to the society, mm-hmm. you find also being under the university, people sort of underestimate us because we are students, and they don't see as if we are doing something serious. They think these are just students who are overambitious and all. So funding has been a great challenge, and you find you're committing people for a project. I call it a project because it's not just a play or anything, it's a project. It's a whole project that has a leader, it has an accountant, it has a HR, it's a whole project. Yeah, we need resources to do these things. That's why funding is a major thing, because we need resources for costumes. We need money to cater for the cast that we are using. They need that's human labor, so we need to pay them for their acting. We need money to set up lights, to have a really quality production. Yeah, and you see funding. With less funding, it affects the quality of the production that we are coming up with. So that has been a major challenge. Another challenge is the actors themselves. Getting actors who would commit and give you a quality production mm-hmm. with less money is a challenge right now. Yeah, most people, particularly in Kenya, they want to be appreciated as much as some other professions would be appreciated. So it's a challenge since we don't have funding as much as we'd want. So getting quality actors is also an issue. I think those are the two major challenges that we've been facing. Also, making our projects believable to the people. Mm-hmm. We try as much as possible, but people still see plays as just entertainment. We want them to appreciate Kenyan plays like how they watch movies on Netflix, you get? or any other movie that is from the other countries, you get. So appreciation, Kenyans still don't appreciate Kenyan theatre as much as they do content from outside. So I think that's a major challenge. So just telling someone, I am charging 250, please just come and watch my play. It's not that much money, but someone would find it as a challenge to give you money to come and watch your show, because they don't really value it as much as you see, you get. So those are some of the challenges. Yeah.
Now, for a person who loves, doing plays, and maybe from the challenges that you've said, for them it's like a big deal, and now it's a setback for them joining what you're doing. And now, what are those things that you as a person, through your experience, you've gone through, and now you've said that even though we have challenges, maybe if we look this other way, those are the good things that plays bring in?
Plays are a really good way of communicating a lot of things to the society. Even back then with the Moi era, you find there were books that Ngugi wa Thiong'o was writing. There were plays even that he wrote that led him to exile, you get. So they're a really good way of keeping leaders accountable. They're a really good way, like I've mentioned to you, we've done a play on sexual and reproductive health. They're a really good way of communicating certain things to the society, to curb drugs, to help people avoid abortion, to give the right recommendations on how to manage your sexual health and all. Those are the positive things that I see plays offer, among others. We've had plays against poaching, we've had plays about a lot of things. So I'd say challenges there are, but looking at this positive side and presenting these things to the people that do matter can help theatre producers plan better. Because imagine if, for example, with the play against poaching, if the government would fund such a play with much respect, you get, it would be something that would really be of impact to the society, because these things do happen. These are stories we hear time and again. So I think there are challenges, but if we view these things in a different way, we view plays in a different way, it would help us achieve a lot. Plays also play a good role in conserving history. We've had plays on Mekatilili wa Menza, we've had plays on history of Kenya. There are a lot of plays there that speak a lot of things and hold a lot of importance in the society. So if these things would just be taken with as much value as we artists value them, they would really help curb a lot of challenges that we face. Yeah.
And now, maybe winding up, you can just tell a person who's out there who's just wondering, should I start? Should I not start? Where am I belonging to? And now, what's that one word you'd give someone who wants to know, basically about plays and what it takes to be an actor, what it takes to be a director, what it takes even to be a CEO? And majorly, you can tell them what also TOFA is and where we can get TOFA on social media platforms and also get you.
So let me start. Before I forget, you can find Theatre of the Absurd in not all. You can find it on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. TOFA Network on TikTok. Theatre of the Absurd on the other remaining platforms. What I'd say to someone out there, just start. Stop waiting for money to come from heaven, because if we wait, it won't come. We must show them that this is what is there. Yeah, this is what we want to bring to the table. Now give us money. But now if you wait for money first and then now you produce it, you won't ever do anything. So I'd say let us first start with what we have. Even if you have no hall, do it outside. Yeah. Even if you have no microphones, shout, project. If you have no costumes, use your own clothes, you get? So if you are there and you want to start, yeah. build your own team. Get your friends who can do something good, people who can commit and share your vision. Start with whatever you can with whatever you have. So that's the advice I'd give to anyone who wants to start. What it takes to being a director or a producer, first, of course, it takes skill and the will and the passion. But again, it also takes your commitment to the art itself, because it's not easy to be a creative. It's not easy to write something and put it out there. A lot of people write and keep to themselves. And then maybe you write, put it out there, people don't like it, and it demotivates you. The commitment and the consistency is what makes you unique and keeps you on top of the game. All these people, the directors and producers who are at the top, they started down and they have been growing and growing and growing until where they are. So start with whatever you have. Put as much content as you can outside. I wouldn't say I'm a pro, I have done a lot. No, I've only produced like 3 plays, and I feel like given the opportunity and the resources to do more, I'd want to do plays like every month. It's a really nice experience. So yeah, that's all I can say for now.
And I don't know, my ladies and gentlemen, both young and old, I don't know what you've gotten from this conversation, but for me as Annastacia, I've gotten a lot. So basically, let your love, passion and skill speak for your art. This was Annastacia Kiragu, and of course the CEO, Carlton Oloo. Till next time, have a good one.